Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing a favorites video. This is going to be my August favorite and also some July favorites as well. Basically products I've been using and loving it this summer. I didn't do a favorites last month because I really had like one product to talk about, which I'm going to talk about today, and then a bunch of products that I've been loving for the last month or so. So if you guys want to know what I've been loving this summer, then just keep on watching. Alright, so we're going to start off with something that I've been obsessed with for like the last 2 months. Mine's a mess because I wear it every single day. And this is from Wet n Wild. It's the Wet n Wild and Pac-Man blush palette. Love this so much. I've literally worn it every single day except for today because I was filming a tutorial before this. But I've been wearing it almost every single day for at least the last 2 months. Mine's a little powdery because I just mix the whole thing together. But really this shade right here, like the two more nude colors I love, or I'll mix this kind of peachy nude with this more like corally tone, and I wear the whole thing basically. I think it's under $10. Super gorgeous blush palette. It's a mix of like satin kind of shimmery shades and two matte shades. Really gorgeous nude blush tones. I don't feel like they fade throughout the day, so I've been super obsessed with this. It doesn't look powdery, it just looks very creamy and super pigmented on your skin. You could definitely build it up to be like really intense as well. So loving this blush palette from Wet n Wild. Another palette that I've been using for the last like month and a half. This is the palette I got in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus in the beginning of July, and I've been really into it. And this is the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. This one is in the shade Golden Sand, Bronze Sands. It is, I think, the deeper of the two highlighter palettes from Huda Beauty. Oh, mine's kind of powdery because I wear it so much. So I love this highlighter shade. And then I also really like this kind of pink tone. I wear this as a blush topper as well. I especially love blush toppers in the summer because I do more like lighter eye looks, more just like glossy lips, pretty natural makeup, but I really like the emphasis of blush and something really shimmery and bold. So really been loving this palette. Love the shades, love the formula, super pigmented. It has one cream shade in here that I don't really wear, but I really especially like these two colors. Super pretty, super pigmented. Let me swatch some of the shades from the Wet n Wild palette as well. This one already has like a dent in it because I wear it so often. It's just like a very beautiful formula, really creamy. Both of these are two palettes that I wear in combination all the time. So these are just like two of my favorites from the Wet n Wild palette. And then my two faves from the Huda Beauty palette. So those are both face palettes that I've been wearing a ton this summer. I definitely want to try out more highlighter and face products from Huda Beauty and come out with more in the future. I know they have different shades in the highlighter palette, but really do like the formula of that. And then this is a highlighter that came out earlier this summer. This is more of like my natural day-to-day highlighter. It's not as intense as like what I'm wearing today, which is my new Tarte Chrome Lit highlighter. This is more so for like more natural makeup days. This is a Physicians Formula Rose All Day highlighter in the shade Petal Glow. Really like this formula because it doesn't show texture. It looks like very glowy on your skin. It's very creamy as well, and it smells like roses. It has a rose shape to it. So very creamy highlighter, super pretty. So you can see it is pretty pigmented, but it's not like a blinding highlighter. It's something that you can diffuse out and make it look a bit more natural. But it's not powdery at all. It's still very creamy. It still feels like very silky on your skin, and I absolutely love the rose scent. It just smells like a rose water, like pure rose water. When you open it, it doesn't have like a fake rose scent. It actually smells like roses. So if you want a highlighter that's more of a glowy look and not like a blinding look, then definitely check this one out because it's definitely not dry. It's still very pigmented, very flattering. There's a couple different shades, but this is actually the only one that I've opened up so far because I knew that this shade would be my favorite because it's more of like a champagne kind of gold tone. Really enjoying that one. It's especially really pretty like the center of your face or like inner corner or like a brow bone highlight. Been loving that. And then moving into some eyeshadow palettes. So first of all, we have one that I've had for just a couple weeks. I've been raving about this palette. This is the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It is totally worth it. I think by the time I put up this video, the new Anastasia and Norvina palette is being released. I think it might be released this week. And I want that palette so badly, but I just purchased this one, so I'm a little torn because I think that one's like 60 something dollars. I just spent $45 on this palette, and I don't want to buy a ton of eyeshadow palettes at once, but I'm really tempted about that one as well. But honestly, this one is more up my alley just from the shades. I feel like the Norvina palette has more cool tones and more colors that I don't wear as often, but this is a palette that I'm gonna wear and probably hit pan on like every single shade in this palette. It is gorgeous. It does not look like other Anastasia palettes. I have a review in comparison to other Anastasia palettes. In case you guys are curious and want to see some swatch comparisons, I will leave that below. But if you've been interested in this one, highly recommend it. It's awesome. The shades are awesome, really unique. I don't see myself getting bored with this palette at all. I think the only time I'm gonna stop wearing this is when I hit pan on the shadows because I really like the shades in there. And then I have another eyeshadow palette that I've been loving as well. This is from Colourpop. This is their Sweet Talk palette. So I'm a little late to the game with the Sweet Talk palette. It came out, I believe, last year or like at the beginning of the year. And I wanted it, but I was buying so many eyeshadow palettes at the time that I didn't get it right away. You guys always recommend this palette to me, and then in my last Colourpop order, I went ahead and purchased it. I do not regret it one bit. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. It has some pressed glitters in here that are so pretty, like this shade, what is it called? Mine's a mess, so I can't even read it. Prima Drama, such a gorgeous, that is like a Christmas tree. Like that's what it reminds me of. Like I feel like I'm gonna fully decorate my face with this pressed glitter. And then of course it has like some standard peachy shades that I tend to wear pretty often. Like these two, very, very standard colors, but totally up my alley. Definitely shades that I normally wear. I know that Colourpop just released their peach palette, and I'm like, this is basically a peach palette as well. So I don't think I'm gonna buy that one because I just got this one. But I really love peachy tone shadows, especially during the summertime and honestly going into fall as well. It's definitely a very pigmented palette, and I like that there's a lot of different textures in here. If I had to choose between this palette and California Love, let me actually pull that out so I can show you guys a little comparison real quick. Okay, so here is Colourpop California Love, and then this is the Sweet Talk palette. This one's definitely way more peachy, and this has a lot of different textures. I do prefer California Love a bit more just because these are all the shades I normally wear on a day-to-day basis. I know it might be like less exciting. It's just like a very warm, neutral palette, but I'm obsessed with those kind of shades. My palette is actually a mess. I just wiped it down really quickly because I didn't want you guys to judge me because mine I wear so often, and I love, love, love this palette. I think I probably put this in a favorites video already. If it's not, here it is again. But love this palette, and I'm loving this one as well. But if I had to choose, I like this one a bit more. But what I like about this one is that it has like a bunch of different textures and more of those peachy tones. So both of them are amazing. Just depends on what colors you prefer, and I tend to prefer these a little bit more than these. I see myself wearing California Love a bit more in the fall, but I've been really into Sweet Talk for summer. I just love those peachy shades. So next up I have another eye product. This is a mascara, and I'm really excited about this mascara. I'm really surprised by it, and it's the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout Mascara in collaboration with Dry Bar. So I went to the launch of this mascara, and it was like a talk with the owner from or the CEO of Dry Bar and the CEO of IT Cosmetics, and it was really exciting collaboration because I really love both, and I love how it looks like a brush, like a hairbrush from Dry Bar. But really exciting mascara because I feel like it really does make an awesome difference on my lashes. This is one of my favorites when I'm not wearing falsies. I don't like very volumizing mascaras with falsies because I don't want the lash to be like poking out and then my fake lash to be poking a different way. But when I'm not wearing falsies, this is what I've been wearing all month long. So this has a very interesting wand. It's like very intertwined bristles, and the bristles are kind of shorter, and they have a little bit of like a round tip on the end. It's supposed to be like a new technology that's supposed to mimic, I believe, the hairbrushes from Dry Bar. The one is definitely very interesting. It probably looks like a normal one. You have to be like super up close to really, really notice it. But basically, you know, on a hairbrush where it has like those little round tips on the end of each bristle, that's basically what it has on this wand. And I feel like it makes a really huge difference on my lashes. It makes me really excited to apply this mascara because it adds so much curl and volume without clumpiness or flakiness. I can apply like 3 or 4 coats and my lashes just get thicker and more voluminous and spread out and curlier without any of the downsides of having like a heavy mascara weigh my lashes down. So really, really like the look of this. It makes it look like, not like falsies, but it actually makes it look kind of like I have lash extensions. Like it really does like amp up my lashes quite a bit. It is one of the closest mascaras that can replicate the look of like a natural strip lash to me. So really, really enjoying this so much. Like I actually look forward to putting this on a lot. I do have other mascaras that I feel like give me a lot of volume and a lot of drama, but this one does that with still feeling very lightweight on my lashes, and it never feels like too heavy. So really, really like that about this one. It is like pretty different from other mascaras in my collection. I'm pretty picky about mascaras because I do have very short, straight, barely there lashes, and that one makes a huge difference for sure. Then next up, I've mentioned this a couple times, really, really obsessed with the Stay Naked Concealer from Urban Decay. I reviewed the concealer and the foundation together. The foundation's fine. It's a good foundation. It's super lightweight, very light coverage. So if you like really light coverage, check that out. I'll leave my review below. But the concealer, I'm all about a full coverage concealer, but I want it to look natural, not look cakey, drying, heavy under my eyes, and this is that concealer, and I really, really enjoy this one. It's also a really good concealer for like breakouts, blemishes. It really sticks onto that area and it doesn't like fade away. You don't have to apply a lot. It gives great coverage and it still has like a hydrating and natural feel to it. This is right up there with my Jouer High Coverage Concealer and my Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealers. Those are holy grail full coverage concealers that don't look drying under my eyes, and this is up there as well. And especially if you do have dry skin but you want a full coverage concealer, check this out because it does not leave my under eyes feeling dry or wherever I apply it, because I'll apply it like the center of my face and it just still looks very smooth. It doesn't look heavy or cakey or anything. So full coverage concealer, very long wearing, really nice finish on your face. I feel like this isn't as hyped up as it should be, so check this out if you guys are curious about it. I don't know why I haven't seen like a lot of people talking about the concealer. I've seen a lot of reviews on the foundation, but the concealer is my favorite out of the 2 products for sure. Just absolutely loving it. It's something I'll definitely repurchase and want to keep using for like another forever basically. And lastly, I have 2 lip products. Both are very similar formulas. One is from Alamar Cosmetics. I got this in BoxyCharm, I believe in July. And I had to pull this out of my purse because I've been wearing it very consistently for like the last month and a half, 2 months. This is the one in the shade Dulce, and the collection is Las Desnudas lip glosses, the nude lip glosses. Very thick lip gloss, very opaque. Kind of gives you that look of a lipstick, which I really like. I love a thick, like very opaque, glossy lip with like a lip liner. That's one of my favorite kind of lip combinations. So that is the shade Dulce, nice like peachy nude shade. Very opaque, not sticky at all, very comfortable, very easy to reapply. This is the kind of lip product I love to have with me on the go. Sometimes I'll put on like a nude liquid lipstick at home and I don't want to bring it out with me. I don't want to have to worry about like being perfect with my lip color. So if it fades throughout the day, I'll just have a gloss like this in my purse and reapply it because it's also very hydrating, very comfortable as well. And then the other color I've been wearing a lot is the Ultra Glossy Lip from Colourpop. This is part of the newest Becky G collection. I reviewed this in my Becky G transformation video a couple weeks ago. This is the shade B. This is another glossy lip color. I don't love the wand. You can see it's like a little bit all over the place. The wand's kind of a mess, but love this color. This is a very similar shade to the Alamar one that I showed you guys, but this one's a bit more pink and more cool tone. So that is like a really pretty nude for fall time. I like a little bit more of a cool tone, especially with like an eye look like this, like a silver, just a cool tone eye. Super pretty nude as well. Both are very opaque, very hydrating, very comfortable, really easy to apply on the go. So those are the 2 colors I've been wearing a lot for the last month or so. Alright guys, so those are all of the products that I've been loving and wearing this summer. I'm currently wearing and testing a bunch of new products that I got in my Sephora haul, And I did film this look. I think it was my last video from when I post this. So if you guys want to see how I did my makeup and what I'm wearing today, I will leave that video below. But that's going to be everything for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.